you need tonight. A little something to whet your appetite, and it's gonna make you feel alright. Sweet Gravy and Carmen Kirk, check them out as they go to work. Congratulations on your new podcast. Now open up a can of whoop ass and blast, blast, blast.
Hey, I'm fucking with that intro.
Huh?
I'm fucking with that intro.
You like that?
I like that intro.
Yeah, this is my favorite part of doing the show. Every week I get to listen to that song, and I love it, man.
Hey, man, that's a great ass song. I'm really feeling that one.
It's Angelo Moore from Fishbone. He did it for us on Cameo.
Yeah, I sent him a cameo, and I was like, "Hey, man, can you write us a intro song for our podcast?" And I had to actually do some editing because it was a little long, and there was some spaces in between, so I kind of sucked it out. And but we got what we got. So,
Man,
and
it came out pretty good, man. It gives me a wholesome feel.
yeah, I enjoy it.
We gave our little jig on to it. You know what I'm saying? I'm fucking with it.
So, what's going on, Darius? How's your week going?
Man, my week is chillax, dog. Like, aside from the crazy ass snowstorms we've been getting up here, or over here, it's been cool, man. I've been chilling. Been hella high the whole time.
Yeah.
I ain't really got no complaints.
I mean, at least you guys are not in a situation that Texas is in right now.
Yeah, at least you guys.
Y'all see that shit?
At least you guys are used to the cold, like you've dealt with it. They don't know what to do. They're like, "What is this stuff coming from the sky, man? My 4-wheel drive truck can't drive in the snow. I don't know how to do it."
And it's the power company is like, well, you guys are using too much power, so we got to shut everybody power off. Oh yeah, and no water either.
Look, I seen a video on Facebook. I think it was either Facebook or IG. These motherfuckers cut that power off in the middle of the night of a whole apartment complex. They already just going wild because they got their roofs and shit caving in and shit from the water and shit. Motherfuckers outside recording this shit, and then the lights just go out. Just pitch black, and everybody just starts screaming and shit. I'm like, damn.
Oh yeah. You're talking about that video. Yeah. Because people don't know what to do. They're used to having all the things. They're spoiled in places like that.
Dealing with that nice weather.
Yeah, but it's crazy because a state as big as Texas should not be completely demolished by a little bit of snow. And it wasn't even a lot of snow either.
It was just a little bit.
You feel me, though?
But it was cold, though. Yeah. And, there's a lot of people that are like, their solar panels and their windmills that they get power from. They're like, if we had coal power, we'd still have power. Like, it's because of this green energy that you're not giving us power. And it's like, are you kidding me? Are you crazy? It's just that your buildings and stuff aren't acclimated to that weather. Like, you're not used to it.
Nothing. Yeah. There's no, what is it called? Weatherization?
Right.
Yeah. When I was in Texas, we got a little bit of snow and all the stoplights went out. So I was like, why is everything out right now? My dad was like, oh, we're not used to the snow here. It's like, damn. So I think in general, this state of Texas is just not prepared for shit like this.
They obviously not.
I mean, this is going to probably change things because after this, they're going to have to go back to the drawing board. Y'all got to figure some shit out so next year you don't go through this all over again.
But do you think they will, though?
Probably not. They've had issues.
It's going to cost them way too much money.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. With this one freak accident, are we going to change our whole infrastructure just for that? That's one time.
This one, who says it's going to happen again?
Right. I mean, wasn't it just a couple years ago there was a great freeze in the Midwest, and paint was freezing off of cars? It was 2 years ago, right? I think it was right after we moved here.
Yeah.
I definitely was inside that hole when I was fucking around.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know. I feel like our winter here hasn't been that bad. Can't complain compared to the first winter we were here.
The first full winter we had?
Yeah.
Well, when we first moved to Maine, we showed up. I showed up February 18th, I think. So that way I didn't have to be here for
Ooh.
Valentine's Day.
That's why you showed up.
So
Smart man.
Yeah, smart man. So
Don't encourage that shit.
so I showed up like on the 18th, and I was like, this is the perfect time to move to Maine. Winter's over. We're okay. We're living in this crack motel, and we're both looking for jobs, and I have like 2 interviews lined up in a day, and it was a nor'easter that showed up. And there was like 3 feet of snow outside. And it was like the first week of March. And I was like, man, this isn't fun. Why do we come to Maine?
Y'all right about all the water too, man. So that makes the temperature drop immensely.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. And then I work on the
Like-
water. So even when I'm leaving work, like, you just getting all that extra wind from the water blowing on you. I'm like, God damn.
I can't stand that shit. I don't never go downtown when it's winter time. Because I can't be by the river. That shit too cold for me. I don't
Yeah.
fuck around.
People like to go downtown, though. Downtown Detroit is popping in the wintertime. They have a lot of winter activities, and they do the tree lighting, and then it's always different, like, stands and hot cocoa stands and marshmallow stands and, like, all that shit. So,
I've always seen it like on social media.
but
Never went down to my damn
I
place.
try to explain this to people. People who live in inner city Detroit, they don't go downtown that fucking much. It's not like some people do if like you work downtown or something. But if you don't, you're not just hanging out down there.
You really not. Like if you, like you said, you from the inner city, you grew up in the late 90s, early 2000s, you done did everything downtown already. So to just go down there now is just like, yeah, it's nice that you got all this new shit popping, but
Yeah.
Seen it. It's done. Yeah.
seen it, been there, done that.
And then it's a
low-key, though,
hassle too. It's a hassle to be downtown sometimes.
Whole hassle.
Mhm.
Whole hassle. Like, I'm 32 and never been on a people mover.
You never been on a people mover?
Never been on a people
Damn,
mover.
boy.
Every time
Who
I
raised
thought,
you?
look, every time the streets. Every time I thought to go in that bitch, it was just like a whole complicated process. I'm like, fuck this damn thing. It only goes in a fucking circle anyway.
What is it? A train?
The people mover is like a train that
Something like that.
transports you from like Cobo Hall to like the Civic Center or some shit like that. It goes like through both centers or something.
Okay.
I'm not. I could be
Think
completely
subway
wrong
station
about that.
above ground, like
Right.
midair.
Okay. Like an L train. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
ain't
it
really
doesn't
that
go
impressive.
very far, right? If I'm not mistaken, it just moves you from is it Cobo Hall to like somewhere else?
Yeah, somewhere else within downtown.
Yeah, it's
It
not
literally
like
just goes in a big ass circle.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and transports you to certain buildings and stuff. When we were kids, we did it. I'm pretty sure we were at a science center or fair or something like that, to where we used the people mover. So I did shit like that through school and like the clubs and shit I was in. Yep.
See, you had a good schooling. That's what that was.
But I had a
came
good
up in
Carmen's like,
DPS, my nigga.
I had the
what?
good school.
He trying
We
to
got
act
to do the fun stuff in my school.
You're trying to act like I didn't grow up in DPS. I went
No,
to
DPS was different from mine.
no. You know what the difference was? I love school. You guys didn't like school. Y'all hated going. Y'all didn't want to sign up to no activities or do nothing. I don't even think
It
you
was
played no
free
sports or
labor.
nothing.
Free labor, man. I only play sports at home.
Yeah, like we would play football in the summer times all the time, and then we played basketball on the block all the time. But I don't even think Darius was ever part of really playing ball or nothing. He didn't never.
No.
No, I don't know what the fuck he was doing.
I'm not that type of man.
Mhm.
You're not gonna catch me watching sports. You're not gonna catch me playing. Like if it was football, yeah, but anything else, you're not gonna catch me playing that shit. I
Uh-huh.
really didn't even like getting dirty.
Right.
Keep it G with you. I'm not fucking around. I don't like sweating. I'm not fucking around, man.
Mhm.
What's the bullshit?
Just hang out.
So,
Why would I want to
just
get
hang
all
out,
wet
yeah.
and dirty and pushing people?
You know what I'm saying?
Huh? Do I
The
want my
whole
hands on
outfit.
you? Huh?
You gotta
that's-
see
and
this
that's
outfit.
the-
It's fresh.
That's the other side of Detroit, because you have like two different sides. You definitely, a big part of Detroit is people like to be flashy. They can be fucking living on the streets. They could be sleeping in a cardboard box, but they gonna have the new Jordans on. Like, priorities are completely fucked up.
Completely fucked up.
But be
I know a
looking
nigga
fly at a
that-
party.
I know a nigga that sit out and wait for the new J's before he get his daughter some diapers. He'll get his daughter some diapers though.
Yeah.
He'll get them.
Yeah.
But he's gonna get them J's first.
I gotta go to Foot Locker first. Yeah.
He's gonna go to Foot Locker first.
Get the new Jordans.
That's why he didn't get his daughter ones. He'd be like, oh, I ain't had no money. I had to get her some diapers.
Because
Okay.
the size, the average size for a guy is like, I'd say between a 10 and a 12. And those shoes cost a lot of fucking money. That's hundreds of dollars for a pair of new J's. Sometimes,
We clean
upwards
over
of
the 200
200?
mark now. Clean over it now, dog.
Really?
Look, Kurt, PK. I don't know how deep you are into like shoes and footwear, sneaker wear like that. I say about 10 years ago, a pair of Jordans, and this is me working in the shoe store, first really getting the aspect of how that game is ran.
Okay.
Oh, hell yeah. I
Jordans
used to go
was
there and
like
get the discounts.
150.
Like, let me get
150.
You
those.
feel me? 150.
Mm-hmm.
Kirk, we 10 years later, them bitches is like 220.
Yeah.
That inflation for shit that just keeps coming out
Yeah.
over and over and over
Gonna
again.
change some colors.
That nigga's going crazy.
Gonna change some colors, and then you know what? We're gonna have some reissues, you know, and we're gonna put the old ones out that we already put out, and we'll make another extra $100 off of it, you know.
He makes it real quick. Just use some cheaper material.
That's right.
Yeah, and people
Like,
still
this shit
buy
is
them.
Crazy. The
It
niggas
is.
will be out there cold, rain, sleet, or snow, sun beaming on their heads,
Mm-hmm.
paying for motherfucking raffle tickets that ain't gonna help them get them bitches, just so they can all match and be fresh.
Right.
Yeah, I can't
Why?
remember what year it was, but it was a year where some came out, maybe 5 to 10 years ago, where some Jordans came out and like people were getting killed over them. Like it was a really
It
bad
was
year for
11.
Jordans.
Was it like December time?
I'm not sure. I just remember being in the news that it was like a bunch of shit happening at the mall. People were fighting and like snatching them from each other.
It was some 11s. December is the worst time because the 11s usually only come out in December, close either before or real close to Christmas time. Those are like Jordan's most popular Jordan shoe. Niggas will go crazy. They don't shoot each other no more. Niggas will go crazy for them shoes. Like
Yeah.
we didn't have to tackle motherfuckers in the store. We didn't have to do all type of shit. We used to have the gate down and then let 2-3 people in at a time and then drop the gate right back down. Like them shoes sell out so fucking fast for no reason. And then the crazy part about it is after they sell out, you can't really get them from the stores. You can't get them from the stores no more.
Right.
So your only option is to go to resellers who then up the price another $200.
Mm-hmm.
So you got people paying $400-$500 for a $200 shoe just simply because they ain't feel like having to deal with the hassle.
Right. Yeah.
That's some shit I can't do.
It's like you're seeing that right now with like next gen consoles and stuff. You know, the PlayStation 5 and the new Xbox. You know, the exact same thing. You know, hey, you know, I just got this bot and I bought 3, you know, PS5s and I'm gonna sell them for $1,000 a piece, and people are actually paying for it because they want that console right now. Even though the first, you know, outing of a console is always fucked up somehow. You know,
Always.
there's always an
And
issue.
they going through it with the controllers not linking, the motherfuckers freezing and shutting down on them,
Mhm.
kicking them off the servers. I should have been one of those people going through those issues. Like I had my shit. I have an Xbox One.
Okay.
So you know when you shop online and this shit through your Xbox, you can set up to when you want the shit to drop and you get it.
Mhm.
These motherfuckers, thanks to PUA and unemployment, then bought up everything before I could even get my pre-order in.
Right. Yeah.
Like, so it's bittersweet for me watching motherfuckers who got this shit now and they having difficulties, but it's like I should be with that group. Like, fuck
Mhm.
y'all. Haha, that's what y'all get, but fuck y'all.
Right.
Well, also
All they gonna really
you're
do-
also working, and then people are using the unemployment money and buying it up. So that's just like, like you're working
Buying
to
up
buy this
everything.
PS5. They're just sitting on their ass and like using this money and paying
Just
for
snatching them
PlayStations.
bitches. Choo, 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 choo.
That's right.
Like, y'all some bitches. And then I get a notification in my email like, oh, the Xbox Series X is now available for sale, such. All right, bet. Go on there. Sold out.
Sold out.
You
I'll
can
wait. Fuck
you
you.
gotta set up the
Fuck you.
notifications on your email. You didn't get that email fast enough. It was
I
already
didn't. I need to get that bitch as soon as they typing it. Like,
Can you send me a text
unfair.
before you hit the send button so I can get it?
For real, man. The hard working man ain't getting it no day.
That's
Like,
right.
we ain't winning no more.
Nope. Is that a Amazon cup you got?
No, this is a cup with a smiley face. We're not doing any branding.
Don't give
They
Amazon
don't pay
nothing.
me for that. They don't pay me for advertising.
What is it like working for Amazon?
I can give you two different aspects. I can give you from the delivery side and from the distribution side. So which one you want first?
The driving part, having to drop off those fucking packages.
The driving ain't shit wrong with it. Like in the wintertime, it's a little irritable, but outside of that, like delivery and all that shit, they make it so simple and easy for us. Really, if you just have some level of basic understanding and common sense, you can fly through your shit. Pretty simple day. Like the hardest part about it is loading your van up. You might have like anywhere from like 100 to 200 packages to load up in your van, but you don't have to load them up individually. Everything's in bags. You scan the bags in, load them up by order. That's how you really get through your shit. And then you just follow the shit on your little phone. They give you the GPS. What's your first route? I mean, your first delivery, your whole route.
Your route's already routed for you?
Yes.
Super simple. Super simple. Just go, drop it off.
Super simple.
Yeah.
Oh my
Take a
God!
picture,
Can you
get the fuck
imagine?
out.
I'd be so lost. I have packages on the wrong damn porch. I don't. Y'all be like,
happens.
she's she's retarded.
Yeah.
Like I have packages everywhere.
It does happen though, but it's always based on like where you at. So if you like in a rural area and it's really hard to see the addresses and shit, and it's nighttime.
Oh man, you're freezing. You freezing up.
The street and everybody got shit.
Ugh. Are you there?
I'm moving. I'm here. Can y'all hear me?
There you go. There you go. Yeah.
I'm right here.
Yeah, we got you.
Okay,
Getting
yeah.
closer.
I'm here. All right. All right. So what was the last thing y'all heard?
You're
Talking about the packages. Some people do fuck them up.
You're in the rural area. Addresses are hard to see.
Yeah. So it does make it a little harder than to deliver them properly than what it would in a residential area where they got street lights and porch lights and the address is either on the mailbox, on the house, or on the curb.
Right.
Like, but like I said before, outside of that, it's simple as fuck. You just go up, drop it off, take a picture of it, go to your next delivery.
Yeah. See, we live in a city that all of our buildings are like 100 years old. You know, New England, Portland's, the city's been around for a while. And so all of these houses that we live in here, they're all like possibly at some point were single family dwellings that they've split into apartments. So like you might see a porch and that's the entryway into their house. So that's what we have to deal with. Like if we get something delivered to us, like we have to tell them it's down the driveway, around the corner, the first door that you see, that's our door. But it looks like it's just like a little like side entry, you know, like it doesn't look like the entry to our house. So
y'all get Amazon out there, right?
Of course. Yeah.
Everybody get Amazon. What the fuck? Where the
Not
fuck
everybody.
Well, when we lived on Catalina, that was the main way that you got things because you got the two free 2-day delivery. So like even on Catalina, you know, living on a remote island, you know, we're getting Amazon. They got everything you need, A to Z.
What you were saying though, that's why I asked, because being somebody who works in that part, y'all, it's based on the worker. Like even explaining how the houses are set up there, somebody like me, if I was to read on y'all thing, because the customers can tell you exactly how to get to their shit as long as the GPS got us at the right building. You can go around the back of the house to my house. Front door is for a separate part of house.
Right.
I see it as I'm coming out the van. So as I'm walking up to the front door, I have the choice then to be like, all right, so I can leave it here, let them deal with it, or take it around.
Right.
Yep,
So
that's what it comes.
like
that's what it comes down
it
to. Lazy motherfuckers just leaving packages anywhere. It's like, yeah, I don't feel like walking down that driveway, so I'm just gonna leave it here on top of the shit bucket. On top of the bucket, they put the dog shit in. I'm just gonna leave a package on top of that. Like, so that's awesome.
Because I ain't all holier than thou. There's houses where I pull up, it say go to rear door, and then I look and be like,
boy, you better hope you chopped on it.
That's all right.
That's so funny.
They'll see it.
So, so me and Kirk, we met on Catalina Island, and when we met, he worked in the maintenance department. Pretty much, he pretty much just fixed all the shit on the island. So I don't like to say maintenance because I think a normal maintenance man, like, they were doing shit that is above the normal maintenance position for sure.
Well, you're out on a desert island. You kind of have to make things work. Like if something has to work, you just kind of have to figure out a way to have it work. You might have like a hose connection that is, on a shower head instead of an actual shower head because you don't, because you need to turn it off because something in the cartridge is leaking and you can't get it, and otherwise it's just going to leak water all the time. So you have to put a stopper on it, like just weird stuff like that until you can get the parts that you need.
Yeah, so they're doing that. I was in the kitchen. So even though we were starting to feel each other, starting to date and like all that stuff, we kept it super separate to where like for a while nobody knew that we were even like liking each other, or I don't know what you call it, or canoodling on an island. Nobody knew, like what do you call it? I don't know what you call it. Nobody knew we were fucking around on an island. And so with you and your girl, what is the dynamic with her being your supervisor at work?
All right, so people gang. Me and Tasia known each other since 2005. We've been real close. Like, I branded her as a sister. I shouldn't have did that. Always
That's
regret
kind of
it.
weird, man.
It is. Hey, look, that's why I gotta say it.
You wanted to just keep her close, so she like my sister.
Keep her close.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Because she done met a couple of our old friends and shit. And at that time, we was dogs, Kurt. Like, we was some dogs. Carmen would tell you, she used to just laugh at us. We was fucking dogs. We didn't know what the fuck. We didn't know how to treat girls.
Right.
I knew that the best
that's
that
why
I could
nobody knew my
be to her
business,
at that
because they
time
fucking
was like her best friend.
Mm-hmm.
So like for like a good 2-3 years straight, like it was just like as much time as I spent with them on the block and everything like that, I spent with her when I wasn't on the block. So we really built like a true friendship with each other. And it was me who was keeping it at, you know what I'm saying? Even though I did like her. I did like her. I never really showed it. Never even knew that she actually, had some feelings for me at that time. But that's something she'll go to. So years go by, people live their lives, time to split up. I ain't seen or heard from her like 13 years. 12, 13 years. Motherfucking Instagram. A motherfucking great tool. Seen her page. Like, damn, I ain't seen her in a minute. Added her. Had a little, hey, what's up, here and there over the past couple of years.
Right.
But I ain't really, I was going through my own shit with my kid's mother and shit, trying to figure that out. So I ain't really try to pursue her. I just let her know I see her. Hey, how you been? Da, da, da.
Right.
My grandma she's real spiritual. So she had like a real influential talk with me one day. And it helped me like lead myself out of old situations and bad energy I was putting out.
Get the fuck out of here, boy.
Hey, I ain't want to get all spiritual and be like, my grandma was like, let go and let God. And I was like, all right, so I let my baby mama alone. That's the true story.
All right, but you gotta get his situation. You all in love right now, but you gotta get us a little more time because you just ain't cheated yet.
I don't cheat no more. I stopped doing that.
No, I think you really like this girl. I think it's cool, but
man,
what's the dynamic at work? Like, how do you feel?
I'm getting there.
Let him go around.
Let me give you the backstory, man. Hey.
He done got spiritual with his grandma. Get the fuck out of here.
For real, because look, this was before I had even realized that she was working at the station that I was working at.
Mm-hmm.
Like, all this happened before I go to work, and then boom, she there. I'm like, damn.
Where'd you come from?
What's up?
Yeah.
But we at work, so I, keep it cool. Then I don't see her no more. Probably about like a month later, I see her again, and now she working with my company. And she my motherfucking administrator. I'm like, what's up? Like, yeah. But then it gotta be casual. Like, we really don't see each other at work, so it's perfect. Like, literally the only time I see her at work is if there's a fucking meeting with everybody. She'll contact people if need be contacted, but she doesn't call me at work.
So yeah, you're doing deliveries and stuff, and she's just an admin. She's doing like computer work and
Mm-hmm.
All right, yeah. So
I'm in the field.
You're not side by side, which works. Carmen was, whenever we worked on the island, she was in the kitchen, and I was out doing other stuff, so we didn't work side by side. So that's just it's kind of like it doesn't even happen. See each other, say hey, that's it.
Yeah, I used to not even say hi to you. I used to completely ignore you like you didn't exist
mm-hmm.
because I didn't want to put him out there. He had been living there, and I didn't want to put him on blast until like we got drunk or something, and then I put him on blast.
She's like, "That's my boyfriend." You see that guy over there? That's my boyfriend.
Hey, she was proud too when she did that.
She was.
I was drunk. I was drunk.
There was a guy, and he and I were having a conversation, and Carmen ran up to him and said, "Don't talk to him no more. He my bitch." I was like, "Get this crazy woman away from me. I don't know what's going on."
She claimed hers.
I think I was too much for him in the beginning. He wasn't used to my kind of energy. He has his own energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the ENJ.
Well, I don't know. Without the ENJ, I got a smart ass mouth. So
the ENJ is worse.
Oh yeah, especially it depends. I can either be really fucking nice and I'll give you everything, like here's some cigarettes, here's some weed, here, have a shot. Or you can catch me on the wrong shot of ENJ and I'm like, bitch, and then I say some stuff and then the next day everybody
that's the only side I've ever seen. It's not at me though.
Where's this nice side? What are you talking about? I never seen that nice side of you.
This is the thing. Darius didn't party with us and drink with us like that. Whenever Drew was
Smart
having
man.
parties and things like that, he was never part of that situation at all. It was always the other guys or the girls from the neighborhood and things like that. But they wasn't in that group of partying. I think I started off a little earlier than they started off with partying. And that's because I started working so early. I had the money to buy all the shit. So, I don't know.
They the ones that really introduced it to me. But I couldn't hang for real. Like, I wake up.
Yeah, Drew turned out the whole neighborhood because Drew was older than all of us. So Drew low-key turned out every single person in the neighborhood. He used to throw those parties. He used to throw those parties, and the parties used to be so popping that you wanted to go. Like, it's a fire pit back there, it's a keg back there. It's like, well, I want to go.
Real shit, all the parents were so cool. They was just like, fuck it.
Yeah.
Whoever house they end up at, y'all take care of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The majority of the time, it was my house. My house or Carmen's.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. It was a little bit different. I had to hide it more. I had to sneak around more. Like, my mom was always like, oh my God, you're doing this, you're doing that. And it's like, damn, man, she was killing my vibe. Like, it's too
Mom,
late
I'm a
now.
teenager. Let me do what I want to do, okay?
Seriously. She didn't find out I was smoking weed until I was already a year and a half in. It's too late. I'm already strung out on it, girl. You missed the point. You missed the part where you were supposed to like, don't do that, girl. I've already been doing it. I got a quarter in my pocket right now. You can't stop me at this point. So
No, not at all.
you just have to accept it.
I mean, I remember the first time my mama found out I was smoking, dog. I had to pretend like it was my first time smoking. I had to bring out the big guns, sit there and burst out in tears. I had both my cousins. I had Tez and B looking at me like, nigga, the fuck is wrong with you? Nigga, I go on the side of them, look up. I got my mama here and my auntie here because it was me, Tez, and B. We were smoking at Tez's house in the basement, and my auntie and my mama came in, and they smelt the weed. Like,
of course.
It was high as fuck in the basement. So Tez goes upstairs first. Me and B downstairs, fishing the blood. They call us upstairs. We go upstairs. We all sitting on the steps. They yapping, going, fussing. I'm like, telling us all type of crazy shit. Oh, weed's gonna fuck your skin up. Weed's gonna get your skin.
The weed gonna fuck your skin up. Jesus.
Man, they was all type of crazy shit. So I just got tired of hearing it, and I just like started forcing some tears down. Like, Mom, I'm really sorry. I didn't know what I was doing. Like, it's my first time. I just wanted to get high, go see what it was like. These niggas always high. I'm always with them. So I was like, fuck it, might as well. They coming down too.
Oh my God. And his mom is like, it's okay, baby. Like, oh my fucking God. I'd be so mad. So Kirk knows about this this infamous drinking story.
Which one?
The only one. You was tapped out after that. I don't think you ever drank with us again. I don't remember ever having a drink with you after that fucking day. I think that was the last time.
I had a couple.
Yeah, but not with
you
me.
You was already too drunk. Yeah, you was already too drunk by the time you pulled up. You always pulled up drunker than what I was when I decided to stop.
The first time.
That's how the day you crashed came about.
Oh, the day I crashed a moped. No, you know what? I was at the party that day. I left the party and went to my auntie's house where they were also getting fucked up over there and they're smoking and doing all this. I left her house. When I left her house, my cousins were like, you all right? I'm like, yeah. And then I just zoomed off on that. They didn't even have a chance to stop.
She's dangerous. Mm-hmm. She's dangerous. Don't let her get nothing that has two wheels.
I know you can't keep your balance on two wheels if you're drinking. It's really difficult. But back to this story. So me and Darius got this story where we ended up getting drunk off of E&J one night, and the crazy part is
one day.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That I guess you could say that it was a long day.
It was a long day.
We drank a lot of alcohol, and then I think at one point we had drank a fifth of E&J, and we went back to the store, got another bottle of E&J. I don't even understand how we got back to the store, how we got back to the neighborhood. I don't know how they let us get that alcohol from the store. It's crazy. But that night, Darius he gets drunk, he face plants in the fucking alley. And then now I'm stuck with this fucking dead body, all this dead body weight in the alley. I don't know what to do. So I'm like, fuck. So I'll go around to the house because it's right in back of our house. Go around to the house. I'm like, Ma, I need help. So now because Darius got fucked up, I had to tell on myself because I could have snuck in the house and went to sleep. Now I got to tell on myself because this motherfucker, I got to get help because he in the alley stuck and he not moving. Like, fuck. So my mom, so I think your sister, Anthony, everybody came around. Your sister was crying. Your sister was ready to whoop my ass. She thought I killed her brother. She's like, oh my God. My mom like, he just drunk, girl. And then they folded him up and put him in the back of the trunk and then dropped him off at his family house. And the next morning I come over there. I'm like, damn, man, like... he was in the basement, so his parents hadn't come down yet. Mm-hmm. And then his parents come down, and I think your mom said, Carmen, you down there? I was like, yeah. Darius goes up there. He tells his mom, "You're the one who started me drinking. You gave me the first glass of wine. So I wouldn't be drinking if it wasn't for you guys."
Flipped it on her? Oh, man.
Dude, she let him slide. Now, mind you, she let him slide. He didn't get in trouble. I'm in trouble. I'm going through it with my family. And the only reason I got caught because his fucking ass.
Sometimes you lose, Carmen.
He wasn't.
Sometimes you
man.
lose, yeah.
That's the thing. Everybody else was already doing something. That's the only reason Darius was selected to be my drinking partner that day. Because I would have never chose his fucking ass. You would have never been my partner because I knew you didn't have a tolerance. But it just turned
imagine
out
how
that
I
way.
felt remembering going to the store, because she doesn't remember what I remember. I remember going to the store. I remember being like, all right, because we was fucked up. But we was at
Right.
that point we were still functioning.
You could still
So I
handle it.
remember getting back to the alley, remember all that shit. It's just once we cracked open the bottle, I don't remember nothing after that. All I remember is getting back, cracking the bottle open, and then I wake up covered in my own urine and puke,
Ooh.
like in the basement, naked on the floor. Like I thought I was raped. Like, I didn't know what happened. I was scared. Like,
Your
next thing I know, they
parents.
just come down like, you drunk as fuck. Like, oh.
Well, who?
I
First
had a
off, I
whole-
don't know who. Somebody in your house undressed you and then just threw you in the basement.
Rob,
Yep, probably.
he was the one that gave me the rundown. And coming from him, it was scary. Like, I really felt like he let me believe like an animal raped me. Like, I'm like, but I ain't nothing hurt. He was like, I don't give a fuck. It ain't you better get checked. You got rabies, drunk motherfucker. Like, what you mean I got rabies? I found you like this in the alley. Where was Carmen? Carmen wasn't there. Where was she? I don't know. I'm like, oh, damn. Then she comes over, lets me know what happened. And of course, like she said, my mama called me upstairs. I'm like, all right. Listen to her a little bit. Got real loud, like, nah, man, it's your fault. You made me do this. You let me know it was okay.
I learned it from
One
you.
time I do it and fuck up. I learned it from you. I was like, the one time I fuck up, I'm on punishment. That's messed up. My mama is I love her to death. I'm not gonna say she's gullible because she's not. She is very logical. So I knew how to play on her logic.
Right.
At a very young age, she taught me how to think appropriately, think quickly.
Mm-hmm.
So I let her know, like, hey, man, I mean, I did it with you. Why
Right.
can't I go do it with somebody else now? Like, somebody you know, somebody you trust, somewhere we was safe. I just had a little more than I thought.
Right.
Well, okay, we were sitting in the alley behind my house because I couldn't let my parents know I was drinking. So it wasn't really, I mean, we were safe. The alleys were nice.
Exactly. They were clean alleys. They were mowed
Yeah.
weekly. And it was behind your house. You couldn't do it behind the alley behind my house.
Yeah, the alley
Definitely
behind your
would've
house
been
was
fucked up on that
fucking
one.
disgusting.
Yeah, nah.
That's funny.
Like, that was a different age though. Like, we grew up in a different era, man. It was a whole different time. Like, it was safe for kids to do some retarded shit like that in the middle of the day. Like, sad to say, because that really ain't safe for kids to do. Kids do not do that. But yeah, like, for us at our age to be doing shit, that was the safest time. It's way safer then than it is now. Like, because how shit is now today, you can't even let your kids play in the motherfucking park and turn your back for a minute without somebody trying to be like, hey, lure them over real quick. I'm glad it happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I love that story. That's my favorite story to tell.
No,
Outside
that's
of Carmen. Crashing the moped.
yeah. I don't know. We got a bunch of stories like that. I have to blame all of that on Drew though. Drew was throwing those popping ass parties, and
Blame it on ENJ.
yeah, that too. But that also came from Drew.
ENJ.
Nope, all from Drew. Dude, we putting all this
ENJ.
on Drew.
Skirt. ENJ.
I used to never leave the house without a bottle of E&J.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Fully
driving.
influenced. fully influenced you.
You know what's
Yeah.
crazy? Here we don't have liquor stores like that, so you have to go out of your way to fucking get liquor. So you gotta drink like beer or wine, but we don't have like liquor stores on the corner like you guys have in Detroit.
Okay, so y'all do got a few.
Yeah.
We have liquor stores, but
She's over exaggerating. Carmen exaggerates a lot. I'm sure you know that. She's over exaggerating about how little liquor stores we have. We have a standard
We do.
amount of liquor stores. You go to the
There,
grocery
our-
store.
our liquor
you
store
go to a
closed at
grocery store,
7.
they're gonna have a liquor section. Like that's just what it is.
Okay.
our
you know?
liquor store closed at
It's
7.
not like they're scarce and you can't find any. You know, you can
That's
go down the
definitely how
street.
she was trying to make it seem.
You can go
Yeah,
down the
but-
street. There's a Whole Foods. They got half the store's a liquor
Yeah,
store.
but it's different.
You know?
It's different. In Detroit, there's one
It's
on like
different.
every fucking corner. Here, I gotta go to
Yeah.
fucking Whole Foods, or I gotta go all the way down to Commercial Street.
But
and go
also,
there.
our city is only like 5 blocks. So I mean, how many liquor stores
Bro,
do you
y'all trying to-
need? You know,
it's an inconvenience.
our
It's
downtown
different.
area is like 5 blocks.
It's different from being able to walk down
She's
the
a
street.
spoiled alcoholic.
I know, yeah, it's ridiculous.
She want her liquor and she want it now.
Yeah.
She don't want to go across the town.
Well, in Detroit, you
You
can
walk.
like at my mom's house, you walk out her backyard and then you just right there, and then you go down the street
I
a
can
little
walk.
further.
I can walk across the street and it's 3 of them.
Yeah, we got more restaurants than
Like, they cheap
anything.
off each other.
We got restaurants like that. I think on our block we got like 13 restaurants. Just on our block. Right? What you consider like 2 neighborhood blocks, maybe?
Sure,
From
like
here
on our
to-
street.
Yeah.
Yeah, just on the street that we live on.
13 restaurants.
This is a crazy amount of restaurants. Yeah,
Are they all different?
yeah,
Mhm.
completely different.
Okay.
Yeah, there's not
All right.
where we live. There's like no like chains. You know, they're all like independently owned like restaurants. So all the flavors are different, and I don't know. It's hipster central. So
Yeah.
Maine. It sounds like
Yeah, and then it's Portland, Maine, because I don't think the people say the rest of Maine is not exactly like Portland. Portland is a little more progressive and a little more popping than the rest of the state.
Mhm.
So we in the best part of Maine, I would say, to live. Maybe.
well, I mean, it depends who you ask.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let me ask y'all a question.
Okay.
What is one thing that you guys have learned or come to appreciate about Maine more than your respective hometowns?
Well, for me personally, hometown not really a thing. I haven't.
Here we go.
I haven't lived in the same spot my whole life. Like I've lived, you know, the most I've lived in one area is 7-8 years, and that's probably Louisville, Kentucky. So like I really wouldn't consider anywhere I've been a hometown. Like I lived on Catalina for 6. So it's kind of like I've moved around a lot, and
Okay, so
what? What?
well, you got.
So let's make it plural for you then.
Huh?
Your hometowns.
Hometown. Oh,
Out of
okay.
everywhere you live.
Out of what?
Yeah.
What do I respect or like most about Maine or Portland, Maine?
Mhm.
I would say, I like that they plow their streets. We get a lot of plow. They plow their streets really well. When it snows, you always know that the streets are going to be clear, man. Going back to Texas, they don't have plows down there, man.
They don't have plows. Hey, Loki. You guys are thinking about going to Ohio. Keep in mind, Ohio don't plow their shit either.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I don't like that shit. I be in Ohio delivering. I don't like that shit.
Uh huh.
That shit ain't right, man.
Yeah.
They need to plow in Ohio.
Yeah.
Well,
I'll
you
come
pay
down there and be
city.
y'all mayor.
You pay city taxes in those places, and then you don't even get the basic things like snowplow. So you don't really actually know where your taxes are going. I think that's the big issue, and especially
No,
in
you
Detroit.
know.
Oh yeah,
You know where it's not going.
you know where it's
Right.
not going for sure. Like in Detroit, I think that they took my city taxes like 3 times. There's like, oh, you owe for something years ago. Like what? Like, oh yeah, you owe for something years ago. We're just gonna scoop that city tax right up. Like, you guys are taking taxes, we're paying taxes, the street still got potholes in it, no snowplow. Like, I don't know what's going on.
The day I found out I get paid, I get charged taxes to live in the city, I stopped claiming that I was in Detroit. I started putting addresses in Taylor and shit.
You get charged what tax?
City taxes.
Oh, city tax?
City taxes. Mm-hmm. Just for living in the city. I think that shit was like $20-something.
Yeah, and then it doesn't go towards anything. That's the issue is like, for example, by my mother's house, there's a big park there. It used to be a park that was up and running, but now it's just most of the equipment been torn down, you know. These little fucking ratchet ass kids tear all the shit up. So they removed all the little parts from the park, and now they're rebuilding this park, and they're putting a pond in it, like a duck pond and all that. And it's like, why are you guys building this big ass pond in this park? We need money in other places.
Mm-hmm. Like, other places. How about renovate these damn buildings? Since y'all like motherfucking taking up all the land, and that's all they really want to do, man. They just waiting for shit to drop the motherfucking property value, wait for motherfuckers to move out so they can suck up all that land, sit on it. It's all a fucking game.
Well, if you build up a pond like that in a neighborhood where there's a lot of houses that's torn down, I just don't get it. You got this beautiful
You don't
pond.
get it now because you're looking at it right now.
Right. Yeah.
You gotta think about what they thinking about in the next 5 to 10.
Yeah. City planning.
Look at really in the next 3 to 5. Why would they put a big ass pond in the middle of a park that they just renovated? Around
it's silly.
With nothing but bullshit around it, because they done either already bought up all that bullshit around it, or they about to buy up all that bullshit around it, tear it down, sit on that land, rebuild.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, something got to be done in Detroit as far as rebuilding, especially the amount of houses. It's whole neighborhoods that's just completely burned down or just vacant.
Vacant, empty ass lots.
Yep, it's like
about
whole neighborhoods.
2-3 houses on each side.
Yeah,
it's sad. For real, that shit's sad. I don't even like riding through the city no more.
Yeah,
especially in neighborhoods where I used to grow up at. Like, even the schools is closed down. Like, vacant as hell, look like haunted houses. You want to go to a haunted house in the middle of fucking February? Go on the east side.
Oh yeah, absolutely. East side
is in one of the motherfucking elementary schools where they used to have a garden set up. Going to one of the old workshops. You're going to still hear some creaking, see some old saws in there and shit.
Mm-hmm.
I know, because I went like a couple weeks ago.
Oh, okay. I'm like, oh, that's pretty specific. That sounds like you know a little bit about it. Like, Jesus Christ. So, to switch gears a little bit, I want to talk about this Tekashi 6ix9ine and Meek Mill situation. Did you see that video?
Both of them niggas. Yes.
Oh my God.
Which video? His music video or the first video?
No, the video of them fighting. Of them getting into it.
No, first off, there was no fight.
No, they're just yelling at each other. Yeah. It's a mess.
Yeah, that's what that was.
And it's working. It's working. Everybody on all the media outlets is talking about it. So whatever he does to get publicity or get people looking at him, it's fucking working.
It's working like a motherfucker. I think that nigga did like 1 million plus in like 7 hours when he dropped his new video. I didn't even hear the song. I just know that he put a clip of the video when he was calling Meek Mill a pussy and shit.
Oh my God! I just saw that music video. I didn't listen. I didn't watch the video. I didn't realize he did that.
Yes, he did that shit. I don't even remember what the song went like.
No, I just saw it. It's on the internet right now. I just saw it posted on my YouTube, and I didn't listen to it. So pretty much what we're talking about is a video of Tekashi 6ix9ine waiting for Meek Mill when he comes out of I think they was at a restaurant or little club or something like that, and they came out and he just started going off on him and cussing him out. And like Meek Mill don't really know what to do. He's like, this kid just waited for me and popped out and started screaming at me.
But that's
I don't. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That's his whole thing, though. He likes to make an uproar and call people out, and that's his whole thing. That's how he stays relevant. Talking shit about other people, and that's just the way he is.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
like it's pretty.
50 Cent did it for years.
Huh?
50 Cent has done it for years. He just a little smarter about it, so it kind of works out for him.
Yeah. Like 50 ain't out here antagonizing motherfuckers that really, and that's what I'm trying to say. The way 6ix9ine does it, I kind of am starting to grow to respect it because it is exposing a lot of these rappers, these street rappers. Like, because in Meek's little videos, he like, oh, you want me to go to jail? You want me to go back to jail? In academics, the most notable one, but a few people pointed out, Wack 102, Meek, you ain't got no issues to where if you was to really beat that nigga ass, you would go back to jail unless he would call, and be like, hey, Meek Mill just beat me up. But everybody is seeing that he came at you. So self-defense, my nigga. Like, how would you go back to jail, my nigga? You ain't on probation, none of that shit. Like,
so you guys wanted him to beat him up.
If Meek is really a street nigga that got an issue with 6ix9ine, yeah, beat that nigga ass. And if this nigga running up on me, nigga, I'm gonna beat your fucking ass on camera. Me and my security gonna beat you and your security ass. That's what we about to do. That's what about to be on the Shade Room, World Star, all that shit. Nigga. I'm not about to pull my phone out and record. This nigga, like, that shit gay as hell.
See, this is why this is the difference. This is the reason why there's so many guys in jail, because you guys are stupid. Girls don't think that way, because he already did 6-7 years. He did 6-7 years in jail. He doesn't want to go back. He don't want to be in there, so he doesn't want to do anything to put himself in jeopardy. Instead of that, you guys then broke down every little fact on why he could beat the kid up and get away with it, instead of just not doing it.
Look, I'm gonna be real. I've never cared for Meek Mill. I'm not gonna say I never liked him because I don't know the nigga, but I never cared for Meek Mill. Didn't like his rap style.
Well, he's ugly.
I hate all the yelling. That's your opinion. I don't care about how the nigga look. I just don't care for Meek Mill. So
he's ugly. He's hard to look at.
It's easy for me to say for a nigga that talk all that rah-rah shit, and you be pressing weak ass niggas like DJ Academics and fucking Safari, not calling them weak ass niggas, but I'm just saying, like,
well, DJ Academics.
This is 6ix9ine, right? But this is 6ix9ine, my nigga. This is the rat, nigga. Like, beat this nigga ass, no, what the fuck? Like, he not gonna go call the police.
Why wouldn't he?
People that
did he not just snitch on a bunch of? Did he not just snitch on a bunch of people and get a bunch of people locked up? What you mean he won't call the police? He'll call the police first.
He don't want to antagonize him. He don't want to antagonize. I'm trying to tell you, man.
But yeah, he's antagonizing, but 6ix9ine is okay with calling the police.
I believe he is, but I believe he won't. Especially if he's the one coming at you. Like, if he coming at you, he ain't. But if his life is threatened, he will. But at that moment, I don't think he would have. If they would have duked it out, if they would have got to a big ass brawl, I think if somebody else was recording, then yeah, it probably would have came out like, oh, big brawl between them, and I don't think anybody would have called the police and said nothing. Like, especially not 6ix9ine, especially with him pressing Meek like that. And I feel like Meek should have just dicked him in the mouth or had his security do it. Somebody should just whoop that nigga ass. Y'all niggas got $500,000 worth of jewelry on your fucking neck. You can't buy the nigga out the same night he knocked the motherfucking snitch nigga that came up. Like, yes, it's too many things I can think of and say about Meek Mill why he should have whooped his ass. Like,
I think he did. I think he did the smartest thing by walking away and not giving him any more energy. What if they would have gotten into a fight and 6ix9ine's bodyguards would have stumped Meek out on the ground, and now he would have had to deal with that.
He would have had to fire and hire a whole new security team.
Yeah, but he already done got stumped out. Now his career over, everything over with. It's just easier to just walk away.
Hey, it wasn't easier to walk away. It wasn't, because now 6ix9ine popularity has elevated. He didn't put Meek Mill in a fucking music video that didn't fucking elevate it. Like, career wise, yeah, Meek Mill really ain't got that much motherfucking credibility left. Like, after Drake hit you, nigga, and knocked you down, like, and then you go befriend him again, like, all right, buddy, yeah. You lose Nicki Minaj, you know, you do a whole lot of fluky shit.
I think the reason that one of the reasons Meek Mill didn't want to go. First off, I think he was confused. I don't think he knew exactly what was going on. But I think, for example, I think sometimes, like, a regular man might not want to fight a gay man who's not that small, because you might get your ass whooped and everybody gonna know. Maybe he ain't want to even go there. What if something happened and he lost? Now he's over.
Then he shouldn't rap about what he rap about and shouldn't be mad or try to.
It's all rap. It's entertainment. Nobody do the stuff they talk about in their raps.
That's what I'm saying. 6ix9ine is what's popular now.
Yeah.
Hip hop, rap, music, it's all a generational thing. We done grew out of this generation that's taken over now. That's why we really can't relate to it. The kids now, though, they love it. They follow it. They breathe that shit. Meek ain't in that generation. 6ix9ine in ours, the one before, the one under us, and you know, he got the little ones. Like he in that. Because there's no value, there's no real moral compass in this generation. Mm-hmm. All they know is TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. Oh, talk shit here, talk shit there. Oh, they all they know is drama. That's all they know. That's all they ever seen. So they enjoy that shit. 6ix9ine got a whole demographic larger as far as popularity than Meek Mill now has, based off of the shit that he, you know, the little diminishing things he went through. All that shit affects your career.
Yeah.
So I feel like in this situation, it wasn't better for him to not do anything, because now everybody looking at him like, so the shit you be rapping about, nigga, really ain't shit.
So you saying he needs to get his numbers up? So he should have fought Tekashi so he can get his numbers up. He should have fought Tekashi, dropped the music video with the fight in the music video, tagged 6ix9ine in it.
You feel me?
But 6ix9ine got to it first.
That would have wiped 6ix9ine out completely. Because ain't nobody really listening to his music. Like anytime he drops a mixtape or album or the actual song, number wise, it don't pop. Like, you know, he don't go number one. It get a lot of views and shit.
People are watching his videos, they're not listening to his music.
Exactly.
I don't have his music on my phone, but I'll watch his video on YouTube. Not me.
Let me watch it.
Not me, but you know, somebody.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me see what he did. Oh, 6ix9ine just dropped. Let me see what he talking about real quick.
Right. Yeah.
And then blah 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 blah. And the whole time you sitting there like. Yeah. Then in the middle of the video, you see Meek Mill and that bitch like.
They actually they made a documentary about him on Hulu.
Didn't watch it.
Fairly recently. In the documentary, he's quoted by saying, my music's trash, but the videos are good. Like, so he knows like what he's doing. He's just looking for those clicks on the YouTubes. He's not really, and you know, followers on Instagram or whatever. You know, it's not really about the music. You know, it's just about talking shit to people, and that's it. You know.
Yeah, he the GOAT, man. he might be the GOAT.
He figured it out. Like, he figured out what these new kids want, what the new generation is feeding on for them, and he capitalizing big time. I feel like it's dumb because it's gonna get them hurt, but at the same time, you're exposing a lot of motherfuckers right now. So I was like, hey, maybe he really talking some real shit, because you really don't know what's going on. They really know what's going on in the world they live in. We don't. We just know what they putting out.
Yeah, right, well, I'm gonna go and I gotta go and check out that Tekashi 6ix9ine video. But D, I think this is the end of our interview.
What? I didn't even get to talk about the gay nigga. The tranny nigga playing basketball.
Oh,
But yeah, it's
talk
cool. We
about
can do a
it.
part two.
No, talk about it.
I don't like that shit. No, I'm about to say right now, I don't like that shit. It's weird. There's a dude. It was on Facebook. He now goes by Gabriella, and he's playing in the women's community college basketball league. And
Is
I
that
got
really
into, like,
a
little
league
debate with
though?
women.
The Women's
that
Community
really-
College Basketball League.
Some California shit,
The-
like
the
Santa Clara or something like that.
WCC.
Like the whole story just fucks me up.
Uh-huh.
But it's actually women on there like defending it, and I'm like, how? How can you defend that? Like that's fucking wrong. Like
So it's a
Not
man
calling
that's
a
now a
transgender
woman playing. It's a transgender woman that's playing on the team.
mm-hmm. with college girls,
Right.
40-year-old ex-Navy, 6'8", 200 and something pounds.
Because he's in community college. I get it.
Mm.
Yeah. So, you know, he's going for she's going for a career change, you know. She's
Damn
going for a career change, going to community college like, "Oh, I like to play basketball. I'll go join the Women's Community College Basketball League of California." I get it. Yeah.
I just feel like if there was a statement to be made in that situation, might not be the first transgender to play in the males league. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Like,
That's true too. You know?
why is society so accepting of a full grown man being able to walk into a gender neutral? Well, I ain't even gonna say gender neutral because that's a whole different thing. But walk into a fucking woman's locker room with other young ladies just because he identifies as a woman.
Mm-hmm. That is a good point.
To me, that's a creepy shit.
That is a good point. If you identify as a woman, why can't you be a woman on the men's league? You know, that makes. I never thought about it that way. Nobody ever brings that up. Like, it makes perfect sense to me.
I'm trying to tell you, man.
You can live here in Maine. They'd protest at your goddamn front door. You say some
they'd
shit like
kick you
that
out
out
of
loud. You get kicked. You get kicked right out the town. You say that here. They
I'm
not
here
playing.
for it. I'm here for it. I might just come down there. That might just be my motherfucking campaign, motherfucking. What's that shit?
No, they get
Slogan.
They get you out of here.
There you go.
Yeah.
They get you
Nah,
out of
not
here.
slogan,
You
but
wouldn't.
yeah, slogan.
But yeah, that's I mean, people been talking about it for a while now. Like, is it fair? Is it? No, it's obviously not fair. But you know what? If the team is okay with it, or if the league itself is okay with it, I think it should be fine. I think the league would have to.
Let's
pay
be
the-
honest. The Women's Community College Basketball League of California makes their own rules. Okay.
So
yeah, they could get the shit done on their own terms.
yeah, so I think
They ain't
we're
worried about
looking.
what anybody else like.
If it was real college basketball or WNBA or something like that, then I could see where people get attached to it. But yeah, the community college basketball league, I don't know what that's about. That whole situation is frustrating from just the name.
I just see the future of it. That's all. Like, it's gonna start with this, and then it's gonna be WNBA, 7 foot, 320, Emmanuel Johnson, now known as Gabrielle's princess or some shit. Like, oh yeah, she's dunking over these ladies. Oh, I bet she is. Like, the fuck?
What do you think about? So, you have a daughter, right?
Two
daughters. How do you feel about your daughters being in the bathroom and then a man walk in? Transgender woman.
I had to kill that nigga.
No, dude.
I had to kill that nigga. I had to kill that nigga, dog.
No, the
Like,
bathrooms are
accept it.
the bathrooms are gender neutral.
Nope. Only way I'll accept it is if you going in the stall and you already got the surgery. That's the only way I'm gonna accept
How
it.
you gonna know? What
Like,
you gonna say? Show me.
This is how you gonna know. Because that motherfucker gonna walk in if it goes to the motherfucking urinal or the stall.
I think they all go
That's
to the
how you gonna
stall.
know. You think. I know.
There is. If you
A
have
man
if
is
you
always
have
gonna go-
you have daughters,
A man
you
gonna
realize
always- A man gonna always go to the urinal.
It's not a man, it's a transgender woman, dumb. That's what you not getting.
If it still got a dick and goes to the urinal, it's a man.
I knew a man, and he sat down when he peed, and he had a logical point for it. He was like, how often do you urinate a day? Maybe like 8 times. I think that's usual. Maybe so he would sit down when he peed. That's maybe like, let's say 30 seconds. 30 seconds to pee. That's 4 minutes of sitting down. That's 4 minutes of rest. Times that by 7. Times that by 52. That's how many hours of rest he gets a year just by sitting down when he pees. He was from Mississippi.
Is that man you?
No, it wasn't me. It wasn't me, but it was the guy that I used to work with.
That man is gay.
No, yeah, I'm sure he was not. But he was an old...
He wants to be a woman.
Okay.
I'm not understanding that logic. Like, that's what you sit on the toilet when you shitting longer for. Like, that's what you sit longer on the toilet while you're shitting for it.
Uh-huh.
Like, why do you sit, especially in public? Why would you sit on a public toilet just to piss?
That is true. Yeah.
Why would you pull your? That's taking up more time just to piss. Like,
you never saw a nice public toilet. You're like, man, I wouldn't mind spending some extra time here. No? Okay.
Well, I'm just saying, going forward, like, there is going to be more of that. It's going to be more inclusion and more gender-neutral bathrooms, especially in, like, banks and public spaces and big city buildings and things like that. And so there is probably going to be a situation where your daughter is in a bathroom with a transgender woman. And it's one of those things that you have to accept, or you look like you homophobic.
Having a phobia is to be afraid of it. I'm not afraid of it. I'm just standing for what's right. And if my daughter's walking to the bathroom and I don't even realize that it's a gender neutral bathroom and
that's
a big
your
ass grown ass man wearing a wig walk in, I'm gonna walk in right after that nigga and I'm gonna stand right there. And if he goes to that motherfucking stall, I'll leave him be. If he go to that motherfucking urinal, his ass is beat.
Oh my God, your logic is out of control. I can't.
I'm telling you, man.
That's funny. We're gonna have to.
I guess it's an alpha male thing.
Yeah, maybe. I think also you in Detroit, y'all not as progressive. If you was here, you guys are not as accepting. Here, like, people is like, oh, everyone loves everyone, so it's a different vibe here.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, I think this is the end of our interview. So if anybody have any questions or suggestions, please go to sweetgravy@gmail.com.
Sweetgravypod
at gmail.com. And also check out our videos on YouTube and hit the subscribe button.
All right, thank you. Bye-bye. Hey, it was good talking to you.
Pleasure, guys. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.